checks out. Seems very Prince-like, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then, let's see. Beetlejuice wants to know how much of your lyrics are metaphor, how much is literal, how much is nonsense, and what poets or songwriters do you recommend?
I think that words conjure a feeling. You know, there's a lot of times where I've refrained from being too literal in my lyrics, or you know, say anything just too. But I've, as time has gone on, I've tried to work on being more simple and direct. But I do, you know, I came up with poetry. Wanda Coleman. There were certain people, Marisela Norte, sorry. It's still early in the day for me. Like different LA poets were around when I was growing up, so I had a lot of influence on that, and using words as sort of colors and ways to sort of evoke a mood more than specific meaning. Maybe to the casual listener, it sounds like nonsense, but you know, a lot of my words were really thought about and considered, and you know, I was trying to make sort of these kind of paintings with sounds and words that kind of add up to something bigger than just, you know, a simple statement. So, and it's funny because I was looking at songs to maybe play, and I was looking at some of my songs, so I had to look up the lyrics because I don't know all of them. I just, for the record, want to say most of the lyrics that are on Google are completely wrong. They're really? Not what I sang at all. No, I'm like reading this song I was going to try to sing, and these lyrics are completely, I mean, so if you're walking around out there and you Google my lyrics, you're like, yeah, this is a bunch of nonsense. You're completely right, because none of this makes any sense to me either. And I actually realized this years ago, and I started putting lyric sheets on my records. So for posterity, go to the records. That's where the real lyrics are. The internet, it's fake lyrics, people. Fake lyrics. Fake lyrics.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this will be the last question, and then it seems like you're going to play a song.
Well,
seems like that. Like,
I mean, it will be a rehearsal. I didn't even get to have time to try it out.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay. So Sandra Panic, she wants to know. So she says, Hyperspace was one of my favorite albums of 2019, and some songs are hitting harder now in quarantine, such as Uneventful Days, Dark Places, and Everlasting Nothing. But I wanted to ask about my favorite track off the album, Chemical. It's so layered and dreamy that I still hear things I didn't hear before. How did Chemical come together as a track? And was your vision of Chemical different from the final cut? Your vision?
Yeah, so most of the record was a collaboration with Pharrell. And we started this collaboration about 7 or 8 years ago. And so that was a song, it was a basic idea that he gave me, and then I took it and kind of developed it into a song, and then I added the whole psychedelic, you know, I sort of added a chorus and kind of turned it into an arrangement. It was just a basic kind of verse kind of thing. And yeah, so it was kind of he kind of gave me the seed of it, and then I just took it. You know, when we've had our first meeting about what we were going to do, I said, so what do you think? What should we do? And he's like, oh, we should make Sgt. Pepper's. And I just loved how fearless that was, because it's like you just don't even attempt to do the greatest album of all time. But that's what's beautiful about his process. It's sort of sky's the limit. So I think that song is the closest to a kind of futuristic Beatles sound.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably the best song. I think that and Everlasting are probably the best songs on the record.
Absolutely. Well, it's a trip though that it came out, and then like being in quarantine and how it just kind of fits, you know? Stuff like
yeah,
that.
There's a lot of isolation kind of themes, a lot of ruminating on life going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's such a trip. All right, cool. Well, so are you gonna play something?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a surprise. I
don't have a tuner really. All right. So I've been driving around to LA a little bit this week, and it feels like there's been a shift. I don't know. Do you notice that this week?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of feels like a little bit back to normal. It sort of feels like we're waking up from a slumber. Mm-hmm. We're waking up from this strange kind of moment. So I thought this song kind of was... Sorry, I lost my place. This morning, it was just you and me. This morning, you told me the way just to be.
I think this might be the best day of my life.
I never play that song, as you can tell. I don't think these were definitely not the right lyrics, so that was a little challenging, and I probably should have practiced it. So
I still think it sounded amazing.
Freeform, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was amazing.
Yeah, this was great hanging out.
Yeah, I know. It's always so good to see you. I always love talking to you. And yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. I'm going to put my Corona mask back on.
Which doubles as a cravat, so it's...
Yeah, right? Just swing it around.
Yeah.
I'm noticing things in Corona because everybody kind of does their own quarantine. Notice that musicians do bandanas. They don't do the masks. Yeah. Just
mask doesn't look very cool. Mask looks kind of scary, you know?
It's weird, yeah, because I've FaceTime with a few musicians. Oh, you're doing the bandana too. Okay. I'm glad we all kind of got the memo somehow.
Oh my God. Well, Beck, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and answering everybody's questions.
Yeah, sorry I was late, everybody.
No worries.
To the party.
We made it happen. We were just talking about you beforehand, but only good things.
Excellent. Thanks.
All right. Again, I'm Megan Holiday with Radio.com, and thank you guys so much for hanging out. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by, everybody.
All right. Bye, Beck. Good
Bye.
Bye.